Hello बच्चों, let us read the question first. Evaluate the integration from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 log of sin x plus cos x dx. So to solve this question, first of all we'll write the key concept. So the key concept is here. Suppose 0 to a interval f of x is given, so it can also be written 0 to a interval f of a minus x dx. So this can be written. The second key concept is that suppose minus a to a function is given d of x, so we can solve this by 2 0 a f of x dx. तो यह डेफिनेट इंटीग्रेशन की प्रॉपर्टी होती है और यह तब होगा जब फंक्शन इवन होगा, when function is even. So this equality holds when the function is even. So now we'll solve further. So let assume I is equal to integration from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 log of sin x plus cos x dx. So now we'll solve this and apply this formula, then we'll get, so suppose it is equation number 1, and we can write it further by applying the formula. Then we'll get here minus pi by 4 to here a minus pi by 4 minus pi by 4. So it can also be written as log of sin pi by 4 minus pi by 4 minus x plus cos pi by 4 minus pi by 4 minus x. So this is the formula that we have applied here. So after solving this, we'll get value of I will get here. So we know that pi by 4 और pi by 4 कैंसिल हो जाएगा यहाँ से, और हम जानते हैं कि sin x एक ऑड फंक्शन होता है, तो ऑड फंक्शन होने की वजह से लिमिट क्या होगा, वो बाहर आ जाती है. सपोज माइनस पाई बाई 4 दिया हुआ है इधर, और ये पाई बाई 4 लिमिट है, तो ये क्या होगा, साइन निगेटिव साइन बाहर आ जाएगा, तो हम बोल सकते हैं लॉग ऑफ माइनस साइन एक्स प्लस कॉस एक्स एक इवन फंक्शन होता है, तो कॉस ऑफ माइनस एक्स कैन बी रिटन एज कॉस ऑफ एक्स, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा कॉस ऑफ एक्स डी एक्स. सो लेट्स एज्यूम इट एज इक्वेशन नंबर 2. इक्वेशन नंबर 2 मानते हैं इसको. अब नाउ विल ऐड दिस बोथ इक्वेशन. इक्वेशन 1 इक्वेशन 2 तो ऐड करते हैं इक्वेशन 1 और इक्वेशन 2 को. 2i इज इक्वल टू माइनस पाई बाई 4 टू पाई बाई 4 log of, so here we'll apply a formula that sin square x minus plus cos square x. After multiplying it with these two, so first of all we should know the formula log m. If log m plus log n is given, then we can write it as a log m into n. This is a logarithmic formula that we have used here. So once we added the equation 1 and equation 2, then we have found the log of sin x plus cos x plus log of minus sin x plus cos x. It means these functions we have found, and now after multiplication we have found this equation. So now we'll solve this. So here we can apply the trigonometric formula. We know the trigonometric formula cos square x minus sin square x, that can be written as cos 2x. So So we can write it as a 2I is equal to integration from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 log cos 2x. So it can also written as by the property of log indefinite integration. So log of cos 2x dx. So first of all, here we need to understand that the log of cos 2x is an even function. So f of minus of x is equal to f of x. So we have checked that the sine log of cos of 2x is a even function. So if it is even, so we can write it as from the trigonometric formula. Suppose we have used this formula, minus a to a interval is equal to 2 times of 0 to a f of x dx when function is even. So we have found this function as even, so we have applied this. So here we'll write the 2. Now we'll solve this further. So we'll have I is equal to integration from 0 to pi by 4 log of cos 2x dx. Here the 2 and 2 will be cancelled out. तो अब आगे सॉल्व करते हैं. So now here we'll consider a t is equal to 2x and then we'll differentiate it with respect to x. Dt by dx, that can be written as 2, and we'll get the value of dx as a dt by 2. And now we'll put up the limit. So for x equal to 0, so we are getting a value of t as 0, and at x is equal to pi by 4, we are getting the value of t as pi by 2. So now we'll put up this. So finally we can say here the I is equal to 0 at x equal to 0, t is equal to 0, at x equal to pi by 4, t is equal to pi by 2, and log of cos t, and we'll write it dt by 2. So we can say it will be the 2I after solving, and here 0 to pi by 2 integration log of cos of t dt. So now we'll consider it as equation number 3, and then from the definite integration formula, so 0 to 2 pi by 2, that we have previously used this formula. Cos of t can also be written as pi by 2 minus t dt. So here we have used this formula number 1. So after solving it, we'll get 2i. So 2i is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log of cos pi by 2 minus t can be written as sin t dt. So now we'll consider it as equation number 4. Equation number 4 मानते हैं इसको. अब हम now we'll add these two equation, adding equation number 1, equation 3rd, and equation number 4. And what we'll get here? So 2i and 2i will be 4i. It will be the 4i, and after integration, after adding these two, so we can say we have a log of sin t plus log of cos t dt. So first of all, here we know the logarithmic formula, that this formula will use again. तो सेम फार्मूला यूज करते हैं और हम लिख सकते हैं 0 to पाई बाई 2, इसको लिख सकते हैं log sin t इंटू cos t। अब हम फार्मूला यूज करेंगे ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक फार्मूला, सो वी कैन राइट 2 sin t इंटू cos t can also be written as sin 2t. So now we'll replace this at place of this function. So we have 4i is equal to integration from 0 to pi by 2 log of sin 2t by 2 sin 2t by 2 dt. So here we'll use the logarithmic formula. Suppose we have a log of m by n, then we can write it as a log m minus log n. Log n. So now we'll use this formula here. So 4i integration from 0 to pi by 2 log of sin 2t minus log of. So after applying this formula we can solve it. So the integration from 0 to pi by 2 dt. So now we'll integrate it and then we'll get. So after applying this formula we can write it this function as 2 pi by 2 log of sin pi by 2 minus 2t and 2t it will be. So here we can write pi by 2 log of 2. So now we'll this integrate this and then we'll see what we are getting. 4i is equal to integration from 0 to pi by 2 interval, and the log of sin pi by 2 minus 2t can be written as log 2t log sin of cos of 2t minus pi by 2 log 2. So first of all we know here, if integration, we'll write the formula of the definite integration property. If 0 to a integration is given f of x dx, so we can write it as a 0 to a f of t dt. So we'll use here that principle and then we'll get 4i is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log of cos of 2x dx minus pi by 2 log 2. So here we can see easily that previously we have calculated this function. So we can say this is the functions that we are going to replace. So this is the functions that we are going to replace. So we can write 2i is equal to log, at a t we have considered 2x. So now we'll replace and then we can say it will be log cos 2x. So we can write the 2i at place of this. So it will be the 4i and 0 to pi by 2. So we can write it the 2i at place of this. So 2i minus pi by 2 log 2. So after solving this we'll get 2i is equal to minus pi by 2 log 2. So after solving this further we'll get I is equal to minus pi by 4 log 2. So we can say this is our final answer. Understood it well. Best of luck.